Hi, Mr. Lee. I'm Aaron. Today I'm going to talk about the preceding way. And so here is a function, and we got 2 points, point P and point Q. So point P is A F A, as you can see here, and the point Q is A plus H, F A plus H. And because this is the preceding way, and point Q can only be on the left-hand side of point P. So here the H is supposed to be a negative number, so the point P can stay on the left hand side of point Q. The point Q can stay on the left hand side of point P. So this is the general formula. So if we pretend we don't know this one, let's get the slope of these 2 points. So we use the method here. We use P is AFA and Q is A plus H, FA plus H. And here, this is how we get the slope, changing y over changing x, and the changing y of Q is here, and the changing x, and the changing y divided by changing x. So we get the same answer, which means this one is how we get from the following way, and this one is how we get from the preceding way. The only difference is in the following way, this h is a positive number, but here it's a negative number. So we know this formula can be used in both preceding and following. So let's see. Here is the secant of these 2 points, and here is a tangent of point P. So let's make it bigger. If we change the h value, if we make the h value, if we make it approaching to 0, so we can see the point P and the point Q, they are getting closer. Actually, the point Q is moved to point P, so they are getting closer, they are approaching. And if we look at the secant line and the tangent line, if we make the h value approaching to 0, we can see the secant and the tangent, they are approaching, they are getting closer. So this is what we get, but it not works in every case. Like sometimes it doesn't work, like in this one. So we get that if the x equals to 0, it do not have IRC. So let's say why it do not have IRC. So as you can see, we got a point A, which is AFA, but here A is on 0, 0, so it's 0, 0, although it's AFA, but we can get 0, 0. But here we got a point B, which is A plus H, FA plus H. So here, let's look at the tangent first. The tangent is here. So, and this is that is the secant, and the orange one is the tangent of this function. So let's look at it. So here, if we use our conclusion we just get, if we make the h value approaching to 0, these two lines, which is tangent and secant, they're supposed to getting closer. But let's see. If you can see, this green line is the secant, and this orange line is the tangent here. It's totally different from the first one. So if we normally we say the h value is approaching to 0, and this one's supposed to move this way, but we can see on this graph is not approaching to the secant line. It's getting far away from it. So see, so this one is getting far away. So the h value is changing, is approaching to 0, but the green line is getting far away from the original one. Getting further, it's getting further. Yes, so it's not approaching. So that's why it is special, and that's why RC is is not exist in this case.